India wakes up every morning because millions of unseen workers wake up before the rest of the country does. The city gets built because migrant construction workers climb scaffolding at dawn. The food arrives because delivery riders keep moving. And homes function because domestic workers arrive every morning. Today, digital applications manage this workforce, employing algorithms to assign tasks and dictate waiting times. These workers are highly connected. They carry smartphones, they use Aadhaar, and they process digital payments daily. This map highlights a massive achievement in state capacity. Over 31.78 crore unorganized workers are already registered on the national e-Shram database. But a massive database is different from a safety net. Being visible to a system doesn't mean a worker is actually supported when a crisis hits. Systemic friction occurs every time a worker migrates to a new city, takes a job with a new contractor, or switches to a different gig app. Their entire accumulated history resets to zero. They must prove their identity, their professional history, and their eligibility for benefits from scratch, over and over again. This diagram illustrates the disconnect. India has a highly mobile workforce navigating a rigid, scheme-centered bureaucracy designed for static employees. To protect the backbone of the economy, we need a portable rights OS, an architecture where rights and history travel seamlessly with the worker. Imagine a migrant worker arriving at a railway station in Bengaluru. Migration involves a heavy physical and emotional toll, disrupting their support systems. The city relies on their labor, but treats them as an outsider. Their ration access is tied to a village, and their work history is scattered across disconnected contractor lists. The first layer of our architecture is a Migrant City Welcome OS. Upon arrival, a worker receives a simple voice or SMS prompt in their local language, connecting them to safe housing and verified job boards. This visualization shows the engine behind that welcome, a portable worker identity graph. It links their central e-Shram ID to scattered data points, past work, certifications, and risk profiles into one continuous timeline. A worker's identity now carries their professional history across state borders. No worker becomes invisible simply because they crossed city limits. Once working, the scale of informal labor is massive. India will have an estimated 2.35 crore gig workers by 2030, alongside millions of daily wage earners. Both groups face a daily lack of transparency. Cash payments for manual labor leave no legal paper trail, while gig earnings fluctuate for reasons the worker cannot see. This is a worker evidence locker. It acts as a digital receipt generated before work begins, capturing verified geolocation, contractor name, and promised wages. For the gig economy, the algorithmic fairness dashboard parses platform logic into readable metrics like wait times, fuel costs, and heat risk. At shift's end, these consolidate into an algorithm receipt, showing exactly how net earnings are calculated after penalties and costs. Generating automated proof during the workday shifts the burden of proof. The worker no longer has to scramble for evidence after they have been exploited. Eventually, every worker faces a disruption. They might suffer a workplace accident or attempt to find better-paying work. Today, navigating support during a crisis is exhausting. A worker has to identify which of 15 central welfare schemes applies to them, often while standing in long lines and repeating the same paperwork. We replace that maze with a voice-first AI benefits navigator.
When a life event, like an accident, occurs, the system proactively triggers a local language checklist via WhatsApp, detailing exact eligibility and next steps. Then there is the challenge of invisible experience. A domestic worker might have a decade of highly specialized elder care skills, but she holds zero formal credentials for that expertise. To fix this, we introduce the Skill-to-Income Passport. It converts lived experience and employer ratings into recognized micro-credentials. A safety net should catch a worker when they fall and provide a formalized ladder for them to climb into higher-paying roles. Architecturally, the Portable Rights OS functions as an experience layer built directly into the existing e-Shram framework, utilizing that data to power real-time interactions. This dashboard illustrates the impact. As data flows in, it generates real-time metrics, a city dignity score, platform protection score, and contractor compliance score. We can flag unsafe contractors in red and route verified workers toward ethical platforms. When a worker's history persists across every job, they stop starting from zero every month. They build the verifiable credit and insurance records required to move from surviving day to day to participating in a stable, modern economy. The future of Indian labor involves guaranteeing that legal protections and economic history survive the mobility of the worker. People who build our cities and deliver our food don't need more paperwork. They need a system where rights travel with them by design.